Hey, everybody. Happy Father's Day, guys and gals. Thanks for joining me today. Are you guys able to hear me? Vince! Happy Father's Day, Vince. Hope you guys are well. Happy Sunday as well. Chad, good to have you. Jim, hello. Dylan, good to see you back, my friend. A lot of familiar faces. GTF, Sunil. All right, loud and clear. Jim Kingsman, the sauce man. Good to have you, Jim. Happy Father's Day, my friend. I think you're a grandfather as well, right, Jim? Chad, happy Father's Day too. Tony and Eric, happy Father's Day. Thank you for joining me, guys. We have 28 people. All right. Well, happy Father's Day and Grandfather's Day, Jim. Guys, if you're into hot sauce and pepper stuff like that, make sure you check out Jim Kingsman hot sauce creation. He does some custom made hot sauce that's really cool. So yeah, check Jim out, guys. It's always best to buy from people that you work, that grow their own stuff and support the local or the community. So yeah, I just want to come on and say hello for a little bit. It's 5 p.m. right now. The kids are asleep, so I probably have 30 minutes. So how's everybody doing? So again, the usual stuff. I don't have anything planned. Just want to talk about anything, um, gardening, pepper related, hydroponic, whatever. Cheers, y'all! Happy Father's Day. Have a drink with me. Mighty, I knew you were gonna ask. I just needed something refreshing right now because it's so hot outside. So, man, the weather is just crazy, guys. The last few days, it's like the garden dries up like every day, So, my plants droop in the daytime and it comes back during the evening. Vince, your Armenian cucumber don't produce any cucumbers. Maybe I planted them too close. Yes, you do need around 3 to 5 feet apart for the cucumbers. And also they love to crawl, and those are the type of cucumber that crawl. So when they're crawling around, just let them crawl, have a lot of space for them. But also if you move them, it kind of affect them. So don't move them. That's the mistake that I did. I always move them around, and they seem to not like that very much. So when they spread out, just let them spread out on their own. And also the Armenian cucumbers, they do take a bit of time to actually start to produce cucumbers. So first, what they do is they produce a ton of male flowers, a lot of male flowers, and no female flowers. And then once they're ready, once the temperature is right, and they're big enough, and they're at the mature stage, then they're gonna start to put out cucumbers. And because the bees are already used to coming by, they pollinate for you. So it does take some patience, Vince, but it's worth it. Armenian cucumbers are just amazing. I think it's one of my favorite cucumbers because they taste so good at any stage. They're very crunchy. Even at the mature stage, when the seeds are already big, you can dig the seeds out, and the flesh is still good to eat. You can make them into smoothie, and oh my God, they're amazing in smoothie. So you plant it 6 to 8 inches and 3 in a group. Yeah, that might be too many because they grow very big. They need around 3 feet apart. Rich, Rich, the Pepper Guru is here. Happy Father's Day, Rich. Thanks for joining me. Guys, I always mention the Pepper Guru. His name is Guru, and it is the truth. He's very well versed in pepper, so pick his brains, guys. And he also has a YouTube channel. You got to check it out. It's good stuff. Yeah, happy Father's Day. Yeah, Vince. So they do need a lot of spacing. I would say 3 to 5 feet apart, and don't plant two plants together. One plant 3 to 5 feet apart, because they are going to grow enormous. They crawl everywhere. Also, Armenian cucumbers are very prone to powdery mildew. So you have to try to check it. And also, when you water, try not to get the water on the leaves. They kind of grow in the dry climate, and drip irrigation is the best for them because it doesn't splash on the leaves. They get powdery mildew like no other. That's the biggest problem for me when I grow Armenian cucumbers. Mighty, I don't grow a lot of onions because my wife hates onions, and I'm the only one that eat onions. So I just grow the regular onions that I actually just buy some from the grocery store, and I save the bottom pieces, and they just grow right back. And those are the ones that I usually eat. But I don't grow any onions because our family don't use it at all. Jay, I have a simple question. I have a 2x4 and plan on doing two types of peppers that I want to save the seeds from. Okay. But I'm worried about that. Don't want to cross pollinate. Jay, inside in your grow tent, uh, it does cross pollinate if you have a fan running, uh, something that blows the pollen over, but you can always separate them. Like if you save, say for example, you have a branch that you want to save, put that pollen bag over the top, and that should that should prevent the pollen from getting through. Because indoor is very easy to control, you can also pollinate by hand and then mark the flower that you pollinate. That way you know that you should harvest seeds from those. They do fly back. Any shake of the pepper plant, the pollen will fall and it could possibly spread to the next plant, possibly, but it's very difficult inside. So I would say either put a pollen bag over the branch that you want to save, or self pollinate to make sure 100%, and then tag those. And that's the way you should save those seeds, because you're probably not going to save seeds from every single pod. You're probably only going to save a few pods, because that's plenty enough. Happy wife, happy life, for sure, my friend. I think if you keep the whole family happy, then you're going to be a happy person. Cameron, what favorite pepper you're growing this season? I am growing um, like I'm looking forward to the California Reaper. That's one that I really look forward to. And I'm growing poblano for the first time this year, in a long time, because I'm growing it for a contest. So I'm looking forward to that because I want to win the contest. And the Brazilian starfish is always my favorite. I grow a lot of those. So I have 3 plants this year. I'm growing Vince Houston white tie. I love those. Those are my favorite. So yeah, I have a bunch going on. Frank, did the small cantaloupe grow after you picked the larger one? Frank, I cut off the smaller one already before the larger one ripened up. So I don't have those anymore. But normally, when I grow cantaloupes or watermelon inside, I can't allow the plant to have too many fruits because it becomes really small. So usually 2 fruits is the max that I would allow, and they grow to a very good size. Not as big as the grocery store one, but very very good size. And man, they taste amazing, guys. The melons, if you haven't seen the review video that I did recently, oh my goodness, the melon is just amazing. It tastes as sweet as sugar. It's like eating syrup water. That's how good it is. Because what I did was I allowed the melon to ripen up on the vine, and literally, you can smell it when you pick it up. The smell of melon is all over the grow room. So I knew that the melon was ready, and it was just amazing. I have 3 left right now. So I'm gonna give one to my parents, and one to a friend, and then one more to use. I may start over doing a different type of melon, but guys, melons in hydroponic is so amazing. You can't even tell the difference. Hey, Drew, good to have you, my friend. When should I transplant my lemon starburst from the red solo cup to the pot? As soon as you see that the usually around 3 to 4 inches is good enough to transplant. But also, if you see a bunch of roots coming out of the bottom cup, that's when you way past the time to transplant. Let's see. Like 7 pot Cajun craze and the skunk red. I have not grown those, but I'm always a big fan of 7 pot. Do I prefer soil or hydroponic? Honestly, I prefer soil over hydroponic, but hydroponic allows me to do so many things that I couldn't do in soil. So really, both method is just, I love them both. Even if even when I have a garden outside that I can grow many, many plants, I still do things in hydroponic. The reason is I've learned so much in hydroponic that I can apply to soil. So, each method would teach you different things that you can apply to the other. So they're both great. I just love them both. I would not give up a hydroponic or soil, but soil is there's nothing that can beat soil. Um, uh, Ask the pepper guru. He's totally the organic, grow naturally and all that stuff. There's a lot of stuff to learn from him. But soil, if you do it right, man, there's nothing that can compare. It's just the most natural way of growing things, and it's just probably the best way of growing things. Yeah, Drew, if the leaves are already like an umbrella, that's pretty big. You can actually transplant those. But remember, when the leaves are the size of an umbrella, it's very sensitive to sun and wind. So if you're going to transplant them outside, um, just remember that the leaves are very sensitive. The large leaves are super sensitive. So even wind can dry it up and kind of harm the plant sometimes. So you got to watch it when you take it outside. David, happy Father's Day, my friend. Cheers, y'all. Is there any plant that can't be grown in hydroponic? Um, I don't know. Usually people don't grow a lot of bulbing plants in hydroponic, but it could be done. Like I've seen tomatoes. I sorry, not tomato, potato. You would think that potato cannot be grown in hydroponic, but you can grow potato in hydroponic, which is, I mean, it's not recommended, but you can. So many plants can be grown in hydroponic. For sure, every single leafy green vegetable can be grown in hydroponic. So I've tried every single one that I can think of, from like kale to lettuce, herbs, and you name it. I've done it, and all of it can be grown. I have not done potato, but I've seen potato done in hydroponic, and it did not rot. It's crazy. Um, I grew radishes in hydroponic. Yes, radishes work in hydroponic, guys. I grew fennel in hydroponic. Let's see what else. Of course, tomatoes. I've done a ton of tomatoes in hydroponic. Um, yeah. So if there's something that you guys think that cannot be done, that it should be a challenge, maybe I can take it up and do a video on that and see how well it works out, because I'm always looking for something. Yeah, the rain. Oh, peanuts. How about peanuts? That may be a challenge right there. You know what? Honestly, I have not even grown peanuts in regular soil yet. So that might be a huge challenge. But maybe I should look up, getting peanut to grow. Oh, bonsai. Yeah, bonsai could be done. It's pretty simple. I bonsai my peppers in hydroponic, and it's awesome. The trunk is like enormous, and I cut it real short, so it looks really cool. And I grew it in a baby container, like a baby formula container. It looks amazing. So yeah, bonsai can be done. It depends on the tree or the type of plant you grow in as a bonsai, but yeah, you can do it. Oh, Asian elephant ear. You mean like bakha, right? Vince, bakha is the Asian elephant ear. Yeah, maybe I do. My mom gave me a whole bunch of root for the elephant ear, and I'm actually growing it in the garden right now. Yeah, I'll definitely try that, Vince, just for you. That's gonna be my next challenge. Um, I need to sprout the bulb first, and then I'll grow it in hydroponic and see. That'd be cool. How about tobacco? Yep, I've done tobacco in hydroponic. You didn't see my video, Mighty? I've done a tobacco in hydroponic. From seeds all the way to harvesting seeds. I harvested seeds in hydroponic. Man, I got a gazillion seeds of tobacco from hydroponic. So yeah, I've done it already. If you search my video, you can see it. Tobacco does amazingly well in hydroponic. I think also when you grow tobacco in hydroponic inside, tobacco is very sticky. The leaves are very sticky. So when I had fungus gnats that land on the tobacco leaf, they get stuck and they die. So yeah, tobacco is an advantage to grow inside. It'll trap the fungus gnats for you. A natural gnats trap. It works better than the yellow sticky trap because this lasts forever. Have you ever grown shisho in hydroponic? Yes, I have. They're very easy to grow. Shiso is like a weed in my backyard. I don't even have to grow them anymore. They're all over the backyard right now. You know what? Let me show you a picture of my shiso right now. It's ridiculous. I took a video. I don't know how to show it in the share, but maybe you can see it right here. See, these are volunteers. I didn't grow these. See that? So yeah, shiso are like weeds. You only have to grow them one time and then allow them to go to seeds, and they just fall all over the yard. And all you have to do is pick it out and then put it into your raised bed. Put it anywhere. Even they are not picky with soil. You can grow them in complete clay soil, and they grow just fine. They're so tough. They're tougher than grass. You can grow them in your grow tent. I've done it. I've grown shiso in hydroponic. They grow like crazy. The leaves are like the size of my hand when I grow them in hydroponic. Ben, yes, that's tito. Yes, it is. It's what you eat bumbo way and all that stuff with it. I grow two kinds, Ben. I grow the purple, the one that's both top and bottom purple, and then I also grow the one that's top green and bottom purple. And then I also have the Japanese, the Korean one, which is they call it the sesame leaf. It's like it's huge. And I also grow the Japanese one where they put sashimi on top of the leaves, and those are the kinds that I grow too. So I have so many type of shiso. Bryce, I have not grown the mutant peppers, but it looks very interesting. There's a bunch of people on pepper lovers community that are growing them right now. Maybe maybe I should trade for seeds and grow them because they look very interesting. Oh, look asked about the the proper name for elephant ear. I think Vince mentioned it somewhere. I don't have the exact name. Let's see, Richie, quick question. My three pepper plants are around 2 feet tall and they're producing peppers. Is that good height? 2 feet tall is good. It depends on what variety it is. Most of the time, yeah, when they get around 2 feet, they would produce. Super hot can get even bigger, like 4 feet, 5 feet. But if they're grown by the pepper guru, they grow up to 6 feet. Yeah, super hot, ahi varieties and stuff like that, they can grow enormous. They just need a lot of space to grow, but also they need a good soil condition, and they will grow really, really big. Uh, Ervin, am I working on any crosses this year? I don't know yet. I may. Somebody wanted me to cross a Jay's Peach Goes with the Lemon Starburst, and I'm actually growing both. So I told him I may. I'll think about it. I may. So yeah, that may be the next one. Lemon Starburst cross with a Jay's Peach Ghost. But no plans on any crosses yet because I have so many to grow out, and it does take a long time. GTA, how's the Wives Cross going? Oh man, speaking of that, it's awesome. I think I did an update recently, GTF, the update number 4, I think, and I show the plant. It's really small. It's like about this high, really bushy, and a bunch of pods, pointing towards the sky, and it's white. It's really cool. So yeah, it's growing great. So it looks better than what I expecting. But it's a bunching plant. It's very small and produce lots and lots of pods. How many versions of the lemon starburst do you think there are? I don't know because the seeds are all over the world right now. So it depends on who's growing it. But I usually keep the same genetic that I separate going. So for me, I just have one version. But yeah, they're grown all over the place. So each person has a different variation, but so far they look exactly the same for all the people that show their pictures. Oh, angler, your ahis are taking over the whole garden. Yes, ahis are very fast growing plants. They also spread out. They grow very big. Crossing the queenie with the gangsta. Hmm. Maybe. I'm not sure if they would cross or not, but I can try that. The King Star is an amazing peppers. Man, I love that variety. It hangs over, like the stems are like this long. It looks like a little bell hanging onto like a stem. Looks really cool. I'm growing a few of those this year. The Peach Darkest and a Peach Reaper. Hmm. You know what? I haven't seen a good looking Peach Reaper yet. I've seen a few people post it, but from the pictures, they don't look too much like a Peach Reaper to me. Um, I've seen the yellow Reapers look like a Reaper. The red Reaper is always the best. It looks the best, the original. Peach Darkest and the Cali Reaper. Well, I'm already doing this lemon starburst with the Cali Reaper, or maybe the regular. There's a lot of things you can do, guys. Peppers are just, you one cross and they look different than anything else. So if you guys are into peppers, I highly recommend making your own cross, just so you have one to call your own. Pick two beautiful varieties, something that tastes good, something that looks good, and then cross them yourself, and then call it your own. Give it a name, and you'll be very happy and proud. Yeah, it's endless possibilities for sure. What is the difference between a peach reaper and a California reaper? You know what? I don't know. I know that the California reaper is a cross between a Jay's peach goat and a reaper. But the peach reaper, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's crossed with. It could be a natural variation. I only saw a few pictures, but I didn't like the way it looks. Let's see. Yeah, guys, if you're curious, the lemon starburst has two other cousins, which is the peach darkest and the scarlet rose. So those threes are in the same family. So lemon starburst, scarlet rose, and peach darkest are the same exact cross. All it is different variations from the different generations that I grew out. At first, I got the yellow, and then I grew a bunch of plants, and it turns out peach. And then I grew a bunch more plants. It turns out red. So all those threes. Actually, the red came first. The yellow, and then red, and then the peach. So they're all the same. So and then the newest cross that I have that I'm really proud of is the peach pumpkin. If you guys haven't seen the video, make sure you check it out. The peach pumpkin is an amazing looking pepper. It's very fun too. And I grow it every season because on Halloween, I would take the little pod and I carve faces into it. It looks just like a jack-o'-lantern. So it's really, really cool. Rich, thank you, my friend. Those are really cool. It's neat. Every time I grow those and friends come over, they always want to pick a few to take home because it looks so interesting. And I show them the pictures of the pumpkins that I carved, and yeah, they love those pumpkins. So guys, if you're looking for something to grow for Halloween, those pumpkin peppers are really really cool because you can cut faces into them, and they look like a little mini jack-o'-lantern. Have I seen the dreaded memorial Bahamian goat? Oh man, I didn't even know there's something called the dreaded memorial. But Bahamian goat is actually one of my favorite variety. I love those things. Oh, guys, so earlier I was outside in the garden, and in my garden we have a lot of wasps. There's a ton of them. They're just all over the place. And I saw one ripping up a hornworm and was cutting it up into pieces and taking it back to the nest. And it comes back. It tears some more, and it goes away, and it comes back. It cuts some more. It comes back. It tore like a hornworm. Like it took, like it ate up the whole hornworm. It's really cool. So you guys, if you guys have wasps in the garden, make sure to not bother them. They're really good hunters. They work all day long, so they do the work for you, so you don't have to do any work. So if you have wasps, they look very intimidating, but just don't bother them, and they'll take care of the garden for you. They eat all of my caterpillars. But yeah, I just want to share that with you guys because I saw one just eating a hornworm just now. Yeah, Ben, they're pure death for the hornworm. They would cut the hornworm into pieces and take it home, and then they come back because the hornworm is so big, so they got to cut it up, and then they take it away, and then they'll come back, cut a few more pieces, and come back. It's really crazy. I should have recorded, but when I recorded, it was too late already. Um, yeah, see that it's cutting the hornworm and eating it, and look at that, the little thing. So yeah, really interesting. Every time I go into the garden, I always take my phone with me because you never know what you're gonna miss. So every time I don't take my phone, I'll miss something really good, and then I have to go run inside, and when I run back outside, the thing is gone. So yeah, there's always stuff going on in the garden that is really interesting. If you tear the web of the webworm, the wasp will invade and kill them. Oh, wow, okay, wow. What do you do with leaf miners? I don't have that big of a problem with leaf miners, but I do have them in the garden. So anytime I see the leaf has something in it, I would pull the leaf off and then throw it in the trash can. Just don't leave that in the garden because sometimes they might hatch and come right back. It's basically those little flies that lays these miners in the leaves, and they'll just eat the leaves, and the leaves has lines everywhere. And sometimes if you have an infestation, your plant will look really bad because every single leaf has these lines all over it. So yeah, I don't have much of a problem with them up so far, across my fingers. But if I see, the leaf that get a leaf minor damage, I usually pluck it off right away, and then I just throw it in the trash. Are there any particular peppers you're looking for? I'm not looking for anything right now because I have so many. Um, I have a bunch of seeds that I've traded people with, and then also some seeds that people gifted to me. Like the Pepper Guru gave me a bunch of really good exotic ones, and I'm actually growing one right now, the Fatali, because I was looking for Fatali seeds because I had some, but they never sprouted. And the Pepper Guru happened to send me one from his plant is like enormous, so I get one of the Fatali right now. uh, Rich, the Fatali is grown inside my arrow garden because I'm trying to get it to catch up with the stuff outside. It's pretty small. Let me show you. So here it is right here. This is my Fatali. I just put it into hydroponic not too long ago. So I'm trying to get the plant really big before I take it outside. So yeah, it's really small. Guys, check out my pink tiger. It has a ton of beautiful flowers right here. You see that? Man, this plant is gorgeous, guys. The lighting is not doing justice to this plant, but it's like it has a white, purple, dark purple, a little green. So a bunch of beautiful colors on here. It's just amazing. And you see the purple flowers? Look at it. Look how beautiful those are. And really easy to grow. Just in case you ask what I'm feeding the plant, all it is that I put some worm castings in here, and I put some water, and then I shake it up like that, and then that's how I feed the plant. That's it. I don't do anything else, and it grows really nicely. It gets all the nutrients it needs. Just a little bit of worm casting. That's all you need, and then water, and then shake it up, and then that's how you water your peppers when you grow them like this. So if you're ever curious what I'm doing, that's exactly what I'm doing. So nothing special, just a little worm tea, and that's how you get a plant. So yeah, very very simple. Uh, Kind of like the most simple things to do to keep the plant growing nice is just some simple worm casting with some water, and then shake it up and water it. That's it. Yes, GTF. That's it. Very simple worm tea. That's it. And I usually allow the can. You can tell by the weight of the can if it's you know after a while when you water, you can hold it and you can know the weight and you remember. So when the can becomes light, just give it some water and done. Yes, my wife thinks I'm crazy because she's like, you have a garden outside. Why are you still growing stuff inside? Or like, why are you always looking at your plants? Pepper, Rich, that's awesome. It's great to have your wife on board with what you're doing, because their support is really important, because it it allows you time to do a lot of these fun things. But it's good. It's good for your health. It's good for your for your well-being, because I think being around plants and just taking care of plants in general, it makes you very happy on the inside. And being happy on the inside, it just result in better health for you guys overall, also mentally too. Pay attention to me and leave your plants alone. She's like, Rich, you look. I want you to look at your at me the way you look at your plants. That's All right, guys. So it's 5:30. Happy Father's Day. Thank you so much for joining me. Rich, it's good to have you always, my friend. I got to get going now, and maybe I'll try to be on again next week. We didn't really talk about much. It's just random things. But thank you for being here. Happy Father's Day, and have a good weekend. Bye, guys and gals.